Hi guys, you're so welcome here to this channel, narcscon. If you're new, big welcome, and thank you for the continuing support of subscribers who've been here since the very beginning of the journey. Today I'm going to go through a question. It's a fantastic question that one of our subscribers left in the comments, and it relates to who does the narcissist actually go back to, when they're finished with a particular source of supply. I'm taking it from the intimate setting because it's more intense and visible as to how their cycle progresses. But any action I describe here is also translatable to any situation with a narcissist, be it a friend, a family member, or a work colleague. So guys, how does the narcissist pick who to transition to when they're at the end of a cycle with one primary source of supply, for instance, in an intimate relationship? And the subscriber posed the question, what if they have numerous grade A sources of supply to pick from? How do they actually make that choice? It's not difficult, guys, if you know how the narcissist is situated at any given time, but a lot of us who've hopefully blocked them aren't up to date on where the narcissist is at. But I can give you the criteria that a narcissist uses subconsciously and sometimes consciously in making a choice as to who to go to if they're choosing from an X source of supply rather than moving on immediately to whoever they're grooming to be a new source of supply. So first of all, just to preempt this, the narcissist doesn't always go back to an ex. Sometimes they can transition to a family member or their children for a time, and that is called a transitionary source of supply. There's a lot of terms here, but I know you guys know the terms from watching the information. So let's just assume, and this is a big assumption, that a narcissist has what we term in this community a grade A source of supply in multiples. A grade A source of supply, to define that first of all, is a very empathic human being who is unaware of the narcissistic personality disorder, who is still under the spell of the narcissist in that they believe in the narcissist, who's still addicted hormonally to the narcissist, who is waiting for the narcissist to come back, and who also has what the narcissist needs in relation to good character traits, good financial stability, the possibility of raising the narcissist's status in the world, either through their connections or because they look really good or because they make the narcissist look really good. These are all the things that a narcissist looks for in an individual, and that is termed grade A supply. And it's also someone who is easily manipulated through their emotions and through their integrity and through their desire to do good and give. And when I say easily manipulated, only easily manipulated if you're still under the narcissist's spell and not educated about what you're actually dealing with. So that's the definition of a grade A source of narcissistic supply. The question that was posed was, how does a narcissist choose if they have multiple sources of grade A supply that they can hop to from their current relationship breaking down? Most narcissists do not have this available. A grade A person or grade A people are few and far between in relation to having all the criteria that a narcissist would enjoy or would benefit from or would look for. Older narcissists may have lined up in the, what we call in this community, the harem or the garage, or shelved these people who still believe in the narcissist and are still there pining for the narcissist to come back. So let's just suppose we're giving the narcissist way too much empowerment here by believing that they still have, you know, this collection of great people waiting for them. But in the instance that they do, let's look at what the narcissist looks at when they're making their choice. Now, guys, this is like a narcissist going to a fancy garage and making a choice between 3 automobiles. It is that cold. It is nothing to do with the qualities, personal human qualities you have, or the amount of value you have as a person. It's just what the narcissist needs for a particular situation and circumstance in their life. So if we don't know how the narcissist is situated, we don't know what's most predominantly important to them at any given time. But they do use these following criteria to make their decision. So one is just what we've said there. What is their situation? Do they need money? Do they need a new job? Do they need a home to live in? Do they need someone who's going to soothe them and that they can totally walk over because they need a reprieve before they go on to the new supply that they're grooming? So they will look at those criteria in a person. If they, let's just take hypothetically that they have 3 people still pining for them that would welcome them back. One of the criteria is how hooverable is each of those individual people. How much effort would a narcissist have to extend or use in order to get that person to come back to them in a timely manner when they chose it? How much control does the narcissist have over those particular people? That's one of the things they look at. The other is their circumstantial situation, if it's money, character traits, etc. The other thing they look at is proximity. Unless the narcissist particularly needs to get out of Dodge, get out of the area that they're actually in, and put some distance between the situation that they've gotten themselves into and want to get out of. Then if you've moved to another state, their supply has moved to another state or country, they will be looking at that supply as being the juiciest of the source. That's the situational circumstance with a narcissist, and they will weigh up all the different criteria. And you may as well say they put it into an Excel spreadsheet. Whichever person that they objectify, whichever former source of supply is going to have the most pros on that spreadsheet, they will go to. But before they actually make that choice, all, say, 3 sources of supply will get the heat test hoover to see who comes back the quickest, who's the most compliant, and that the narcissist will need to fact check what is the situation they would be getting into. For instance, have you lost money? Have you gained money? It's all to do with ego function with the narcissist and how easy it is to material gain from the new source of supply or the old new source of supply, and how malleable that person is. So they will heat check all sources of supply to see has anything changed in the circumstances and how accessible and easy it would be to lock that source of supply down again. So guys, they may have another, say a 4th grade A source of supply if they're this very charismatic character who's moved around a lot and who, you know, when people haven't understood that they were dealing with a narcissist in this unusual circumstance that they would have, say, 4 exes. And one of those exes may be unhooverable, may have been gone no contact, be healing well, and have gotten the education in relation to narcissistic abuse. So for a disordered personality, for a personality disorder, there is actually, once you understand it, it's so ordered and predictable, it's just not true. If you always remember in your mind, a narcissist's choice is not based on anyone else's value as a human being. The narcissist's choice criteria are solely and wholly about the narcissist, about what they need and want in a situation or circumstantial time. They make their judgment on what's good for them only. They have no care whatsoever for anybody else. Their way of emotionally regulating themselves, of getting what they want in the world, materialistically, job-wise, character trait-wise, whatever else they want to pin onto the mask, in their supposed personal development. That's what the narcissist has to get outside, from the outside world. And that's what they look to take from the outside world. They do not give back. They only give to get. They only make a down payment on you initially so that they can reap your energy and your resources for their own use. Guys, the next video or podcast I'd like to look at is going to be about the reversing of the smear campaign, and it kind of relates to this as to who the narcissist will choose to go back to if their grade A source of supply is still willing to entertain them and doesn't know what they're actually dealing with. So it did relate to the subscriber's question, which was a great question. These are questions that a lot of us, will pose at different times, particularly if we're waiting for the narcissist to come back. We like to know, when will the narcissist hoover, and who will they choose to go back to if they're going to go back to an ex and they've lined up a good few exes. So let's get into the next video or podcast as soon as we can in relation to how does the narcissist reverse the smear campaign that they've done on you. Bye for now. Take great care of yourselves. I hope the healing journey is going well and strong, and you look after yourselves. As always, be blessed.